So, if you haven't heard, the southern United States was recently hit with a massive snowstorm, which severely delayed my shipment of the other two Barbie Basics kits that I had ordered from Target. But I guess the roads were clear enough for FedEx to deliver them to me today. I'm still not going out though. But in today's video, we will be taking a look at the two other more favorable kits from Barbie Basics Wave 2. Starting out with kit number 1, this is what the front of the packaging looks like. Exactly the same as kit number 3 that we had looked at in the last video. All the language on the back is exactly the same except slightly altered to accommodate for this specific doll set. Now, I consider these two kits the more favorable out of the three because of their honestly lethal selection of face sculpts that were chosen for them. So, kit number 1 includes the Model of the Moment Nichelle face sculpt, and this is the only Model of the Moment face sculpt that was used in this collection, and she looks very, very beautiful. This kit by default comes on the tall Mates Move body, and it is in this very tan complexion. And a lot of people have been asking if this is going to be a good match for the Chase Christie doll from Barbie Deluxe Style. And I am happy to confirm that it is a pretty close match for her in case you want to keep her on the tall body, but just give her a little bit more articulation. But back to Nichelle. This Nichelle has a very beautiful facial screening with golden eyeshadow, a beauty mark under her left eye, and a neutral reddish lipstick color. She has brown eyes, brown eyebrows, which have a lot of nice detail in them. And then she also has this very beautiful lighter brown hair color. This is a very good Nichelle to add to your collection in case you don't have many other of this face sculpt. Now she comes in the box wearing this white colored top that has the Barbie Basics insignia on it, and it is tied around her shoulder, which leads me to wonder how many ways that you can style this piece. I'm sure you could tie it in different ways to get different looks if you wanted to. And then she also wears this very long halter skirt, which has 3 different shades of brown on it, and then a cut around the bottom part to expose her legs and her shoes. Now, I'm honestly not the biggest fan of this shoe sculpt. This was first introduced in the kits from Barbie Basics Wave 1, and they're these like high top chunky flats that have these little straps that go across the ankles, but as you can see, they've kind of warped from being packaged. I'm sure that you could boil these and reset the plastic into its original shape, but I'm just personally not a big fan of the shoe sculpts. But I do really love this necklace that she comes with. She comes with this gold-plated chain necklace that has the Barbie bee as a charm on the front. It would have been nice if it was real chain, but I do still like the sculpting on this necklace, and I could definitely see myself restyling a doll using this piece. Now, I don't believe that it was an overstatement that this kit had a lethal selection of face sculpts chosen, because it also comes with a head that uses the mermaid face sculpt, which is a very rare head sculpt for them to use in Barbie Signature, and also a Generation Girl Laura or Anna face sculpt. And this is a very, very beloved face sculpt as well. And I honestly only have one other of this face sculpt in my personal collection. And her hair is super, super gelled into this sort of like, it looks like those early 2000s flip hairstyles that girls had back then. She kind of looks like a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. Especially with like the color, like this reddish burgundy color that she has, which is very, very beautiful. But yeah, I love the detail in her eye screening, like the sclera shading, how her eyelashes fade out, the multiple colors of brown in her eyeshadow. And again, I love the eyebrow detail as well that they gave her, like the ombres at the inner corners of the eyebrow. Makes it look really, really nice. Of course, you do have to worry about factory defects, and in these kits, you have 3 different opportunities to get a wonky doll. And I don't think she looks too bad, but I think I might try a couple more times to see if I can get a better looking one. but the hair color is beautiful, and overall, I love adding another mermaid sculpt to my collection. She's got a very, very unique nose shape that I like. It looks like almost her nose is like pinched. It's very, very thin, and I don't see that in a lot of other Barbie face sculpts. But also the Generation Girl Lara, or I want to call this like Anna, because Anna is a very forgotten Barbie friend. She and Laura both use the same face sculpt in the Generation Girl line, but because Laura had more dolls and was a more popular character, this face sculpt is mostly attributed to Generation Girl Laura. But Laura was Barbie's French friend in the Generation Girl line because it was an international line of characters, and Anna was her Mexican friend. And of course, Barbie can't have more than one Mexican friend because Teresa's already there, so we never heard from Anna ever again. But I'd like to think that this is the spiritual successor to Generation Girl Anna, because even though they have two completely different eye colors, they do have basically the same complexion, and I love the hair on her as well. She's got this very beautiful dark black color with these chunky brown streaks in it that is very, very beautiful. And it is very nice quality saran hair. Around the bangs, there are a couple pieces that do need to be trimmed, but her facial screening, oh my goodness, y'all. I mean, I think it's a challenge to make this face sculpt not look beautiful. She has these very beautiful dark blue sapphire eyes that are just striking, especially against her more tan orange skin complexion. It looks really good together, like the contrast. And then she also has sort of like a smoky eyeshadow as well, but her eyes sort of like on the ends of them, like the wing flips up more. You can see from how it reflects off of my ring light that the inner corners of her eyes also have this very beautiful shimmery silver, almost like highlights. And all that paired with her beautiful glossy neutral lipstick color makes for a gorgeous facial screening. I'd even argue that this particular head might be the best one in the entire collection. Now, as for additional clothes and accessories, that particular kit came with this pair of khaki shorts, and these shorts are made out of the exact same material as the skirt that we had looked at in Barbie Basics kit number 3. And like I said, I really like the material that it's made out of, and it's constructed really nice, as well as having real functioning pockets, which is super, super cool, and they Velcro in the back. It also has this very cute top, which is made out of that sort of champagne shimmery fabric. This particular fabric is used in a lot of pieces from this collection, and this top has these two khaki colored ribbon straps that you could tie around the doll's neck in different ways if you wanted to do it normal way, or if you wanted to like crisscross them, you could. Now, the accessories that are included in this kit are these very beautiful pearlescent white hair berets, or barrettes. I was told that I was overcompensating on the Frenchness of that word. And also these interesting shaped earrings. I don't exactly know what's going on here with this. I mean, they're sort of like this horseshoe shape, and then they have like a square charm on the bottom. I really don't understand this. Are they based off of some designer piece or something? And then it also has a couple of these uh, triangular shaped copper brown colored hair clips, which I think are super, super cute. Other than that, what is included in this kit are my precious, precious Mattel elastics, and also these awesome high top brown boots that are a color variant of some black boots that we got in the Barbie Basics Wave 1 kits that had, they were molded in a black plastic, and then they had gold at the bottom. But now in this kit, they are a lighter khaki brown color with dark brown bottoms, and I think these boots are really amazing. They're not fabric, but I like the sculpting on them. The sculpting, I think, is pretty convincing. Personally, the body type that I think wears these boots the best is the curvy body just because they were sculpted with the intention of being shared with the curvy body, so that the calves on these boots are super, super thick and look weird on any other Barbie body type, in my personal opinion. But I love it because, I mean, I collect dolls of all body types, and it's nice to have a good pair of curvy shoes. Now, on to Barbie Basics kit number two. And this particular kit, I think, also has a very nice selection of face sculpts. But it's also interesting because this is our first instance of Mattel using the athletic made to move body type in Barbie Signature. So I can't wait to compare it to the original Playline version to see if it's much of a skin tone difference. So here's the initial doll that is included in Barbie Basics kit number two, and she uses the Tango face sculpt, which is a very classic Barbie face sculpt from 2001. And I really, really love this Tango. Unfortunately, the one that I received came very wonky. You can see her eyes are kind of, you know, favoring this side of the face, which bothers me. And I'll probably order a couple more of these kits to try to get a better one. But the facial screening, I think, is very, very beautiful despite the wonk. Like, I love the darker brown eyeshadow. I love the side glance. The like almost reddish brown eye color, I think, is super beautiful. The lighter color brown above the eyes and right under the darker eyeshadow, I think, is really pretty, adds a lot of contrast. And the lipstick color, again, is absolutely perfect. And her hair is amazing. I think her hair is so cool. Like, I love the texture, but the color is what gets me the most. Like, it's this sort of dark reddish brown. It's like a blend, honestly, of like a brown color and then a red color. But then it has these patches throughout it of this lighter burnt orange color, which looks so, so cool. I don't have another doll with a hair blend like this, and I think that's awesome. It makes her look so unique. And I like her hairstyle as well, though unfortunately, I don't think this is as elegant as they kind of intended it to be. Like, the hair is a little bit fried. Like, she's meant to have like the back part of her hair is pulled back, and then she's supposed to have this little puff of like bangs in the front, but I guess from the factory, I mean, they were in such a rush to get this doll completed that they kind of fried the ends of this hair, and I don't know if you can see it, it's sort of like glossy there, and that's kind of unfortunate. Again, I'll probably try to get a better looking one in the future, but she's a very beautiful and unique looking Tango, and I don't think that they have really made Tango in this darker skin complexion that often, if ever, before. And speaking of skin tones, so I have the original Brooklyn here that use this athletic made smooth body type, and you can see that they do have a slightly different skin tone. Like, the Barbie Basics skin tone is a little bit more of a cooler complexion than the Playline version, which is more yellow. You can see this one has more red tones, and then this one's more of like a yellowish color. And that's great. It is slightly different of a skin tone. And from what people have said, this doll actually matches the Heidi from Barbie Looks Wave 4, which has that very specific, cool, dark skin tone. So if you have any dolls that need that skin complexion, you might be able to find that in her, and also one of the individual dolls from the next wave, which hopefully will be coming out very soon. I think that the one that uses this skin tone will be petite or curvy, maybe. I don't really remember, but I'll do a comparison once I do get those dolls. So it's nice to know that it is technically a new skin tone, even though it's not too far off. I hope that they release this body type and mates move in lighter skin tones in the future as well. And they did update it to have the easy swap neck peg. Though I will say that my Tango, unfortunately, her head is a little loose. and I'm not sure why that is. I wonder if I could like maybe her neck hole is a little too wide. Maybe I could try to heat it up and maybe it'll become tighter, or I'm sure I could like tie a couple elastics around the neck peg and it won't move as much. But yeah, her head's a little loose. Now, by default, she comes wearing this, like I said, the champagne reflective fabric. Again, we see it in this shirt of hers. It's a cropped shirt with these puffy sleeves, which I think is really cute. It Velcro. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. It Velcros on the back. And then her skirt, it also has the Barbie Basics insignia on it with these little straps on the side. And the skirt, I believe, does not have any Velcro. It just, I guess it just ties to her, really, is how you're meant to put that on. And I think the weakest part about this doll or this whole kit is these shoes. I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the shoe sculpt. They just look really weird to me, look really long. And I know they're supposed to be like ballerina shoes, but you can't even do the ballerina pose because, like, if you try to do that, like these these straps just come off of the ankles because it's not like strong enough. If it was like actual ribbon straps, maybe it would be better. But yeah, I don't know. Is this like a trendy thing? Are people wearing these now? Like these faux ballerina shoes? I don't know. I like the color, like this sort of peachy orange color, but yeah, I'm not too crazy into her shoes. But I do like the other two head sculpts that are included in the set, and it also includes the Pazette head sculpt and also the L head sculpt from Barbie Looks. Now, I really love the Pazette that is included in this set. This is another classic Barbie head sculpt from the early 2000s Brian Lars era of Mattel. And she has a very beautiful facial screening. I love her golden eyeshadow and her dark brown eyes, and her darker brown lipstick, I think, is very beautiful. It's sort of got like a shimmery finish to it. This is a very beautiful facial screening. Unfortunately, again, she's kind of wonky. And a lot of these Pazettes I've been seeing, I don't know what it is, but they all look kind of wall-eyed, and I don't know why that is. But mine, I wouldn't say is wall-eyed. It's just like this eye is kind of slipping off the side of her face. If it was more close to the nose, it would be perfect. But that's just my perfectionism talking, unfortunately. But I like her eyebrow shape as well. Hers in particular, I like how they look like they're sort of brushed outwards. I don't know if you can tell, but they're not like just straight up brushed. They're like brushed to the sides, and I think that's really cool and unique. And of course, I love the winged eyeliner. And her hair color that she has is very beautiful. It's just like golden, like honey blonde color. And the hair does have some product in it to like sort of make it look slicked back, but it does have a parting in the front in case you wanted to. And I'm probably going to like boil wash it down to frame her face better. I might actually end up getting her bangs too as well. Um, Now, my least favorite, and I hate saying that, but my least favorite sculpt from this kit is L. And I hate saying that because I love the L face sculpt, and they had actually given her a hairnet because of this hair texture that she has. But I just personally don't like the facial screening that they gave her. Now, I love adding unique looking dolls to my collection. I don't like a lot of ones that look the same. So whenever they reintroduce a head sculpt that has a similar skin tone as it's been released in the past, I had to go back and compare them. So here I have the original L from Barbie Looks. And I mean, just look at them. The new L just looks so playline compared to the original Barbie Looks version. And I even think that the color story on the makeup on the original works better with the theme of these Barbie Basics dolls, like the neutrals that are used in her makeup. I mean, look how beautiful she is with her golden and orange eyeshadow and her neutral metallic lipstick color and the blushing and the eyelashes and the eyebrow shape. I mean, she just looks so gorgeous. So it's just so hard to compare. Elle started out very strong, so every other doll that comes after her that uses her sculpt really has to live up to the original. Now, what I was hoping that they would do for this Elle would be to recycle the screening that was used on the Champagne Chic Barbie convention version of this sculpt, which I thought was super beautiful with her side glance. Elle had never been given a side glance before, and she had this beautiful golden hair. And that will unfortunately forever be one of my Grail Barbie convention dolls. But unfortunately, what we got was this screening, which has very out of place pink eyeshadow and then a pink lipstick, which I don't hate pink lips on dolls, but for this collection, why does she have pink lips when everybody else has neutrals? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. She just looks so playline in comparison to the other sculpts that are used in this collection or even in this just individual kit. She does have a little bit of a beauty mark above her lip, and she does have painted baby hairs. But yeah, personally, not my favorite head from this particular kit. Her hair is interesting though. They kind of copy what they did for the live action Little Mermaid dolls, where they gave her these locks on her hairline that are made out of this little twisted material. I'm not sure exactly what these are made of, but the rest of her hair is done in this black saran, though I am noticing they actually did do those locks across the whole hairline. So they are under her hair and on the parting, looks like, though the middle part is all this straight saran. I don't know. I don't really hate this mixture. I just wonder why they did it this way instead of giving her one or the other. As far as the outfit pieces that are included in that particular kit, it comes with this cropped long sleeve brown top, which I think is really cute. It's made out of a very, very stretchy material, so it can fit over many different body types and hopefully look presentable on each one of them. It has this cream colored trim around the neckline, the bottom, and then the sleeves. And also it comes with this another halter skirt that has a lighter tan complexion with this cream colored panel going across the front, or I guess the side, depending on how you want to style this piece. I'm not the biggest fan of these super, super long skirts, so I just don't see myself using it in particular, unfortunately. Oh no, I just realized I forgot to show the rest of the accessories that came in kit number one. So kit number one also included these really cool golden sunglasses that are really awesome, honestly. They have these see-through brown lenses that you can actually see the doll's eyes through, which is really nice. And the frame is painted in a metallic gold color. So I really, really like the glasses that are included with kit number one. And then it also has this headband accessory, though I've seen people styling this in a lot of different ways. Like I've seen people styling this as a belt, actually, though. I think it's intended as a headband, and it's in a metallic golden color. Kit number two comes with a similar looking headband that is made out of a white pearlescent plastic and has a little beaded texture going across the top, and also has a recycled shoe sculpt from the Wave 1 kits that have these Barbie movie bees, I want to say. It's like the 80s Barbie logo, but it was popularized recently by the Barbie movie. Though in the Barbie Wave 1 kits, they were black and gold, but here they are a cream color and gold. Kit number two also has its own pair of glasses, which is a rectangle frame made out of that pearlescent white plastic with painted on brown lens, which are not see-through. And also it does have a little accessory pack of jewelry. Included in there are these rectangular drop earrings, and also it comes with this interesting like cuff bracelet in this metallic golden color. And also it has a couple of these rectangular lighter brown hair clips. And also it has this 1959 hair clip, which might be a reused accessory from BMR 1959. But even if it's not, I mean, this is the year that Barbie debuted, so it's a cool callback nonetheless. And then it also comes with one more little triangular hair clip. Though, didn't I receive this in the last kit? Maybe this was a factory error, because I actually received this one in the last kit that I had. So I don't really think this piece was meant to come in this accessory bag, but I'll take it. So that was my review of Barbie Basics You Create kit number 1 and kit number 2. I think after reviewing all 3 of the kits that we can all agree that kit number 1, probably the strongest one, kit number 2 coming in second, and kit number 3, I mean, you know, we got Frida at least. So let me know which Barbie Basics You Create kit from Wave 2 is your favorite. And I can't wait to look at the individual dolls here on the channel. I'm sure they'll be coming out soon, because the Mattel Creations listing of these kits kind of allude to the skin tone matches for the individual dolls, in case you want to get them as body donors for some of the extra heads in these kits. And I know Bill Greening didn't really have much involvement with the kits, but he did design the individual dolls from Barbie Basics Wave 2. Like, that was one of the final things that he worked on at Mattel. So without his involvement, I'm kind of worried, because he also designed Barbie Looks. I'm kind of worried about the future of this collection. I hope that it's something that Mattel decides to continue, even with a different designer, or maybe multiple designers, to add some new perspective. It just seems like collections like this are one of the few consistent things to look forward to from Barbie. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content to help me out in the algorithm, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much. Bye.